First, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mwangi Kiunjuri has dismissed claims by the Strategic Food Reserve Chair, Dr. Wekesa, that there is no maize shortage in the country, warranting importation of the produce. Dr. Wekesa had earlier claimed that even if the country were to import maize, it would be a maximum of 2.5 million 90-kilogram bags needed next month, and not the 12.5 million bags cited by the ministry. Sam Gituku reports on a fight between a CS and a former minister, backed by a section of members of parliament from the North Rift region.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture, the country faces a 19 million bags of maize shortage every year. And to bridge the gap, there are plans to import 12.5 million 90-kilogram bags awaiting gazettement by the ministry. But the man who heads the country's Strategic Food Reserve, the body that should advise on precautionary measures for food security, believes the shortage is a creation.
This shortage is artificial, and it's been worked out in such a way that it should be seen as we don't have the maize. If you were to bring in 12 million bags, what would you do with them? And we are going to start buying maize from farmers in 2-3 months' time.
On Wednesday, Kiunjuri justified the said maize shortage that he says is pushing up prices of maize flour.
If there is enough maize, why has the prices escalated from 1,800 in December to now 4,000 in the market?
But the thought of maize importation has infuriated a section of MPs from the North Rift region, part of the country's grain basket. They feel this is a ploy to flood the market with cheaper imports ahead of a harvest that they believe will be bumper in the next 3 months. In 2017, the government opened an opportunity to sell their produce to the National Cereals and Produce Board. What followed was a scandal of more than 5.6 billion shillings that is still unresolved.
Just a few years ago, there was also importation of so much maize. And I think Kenyans still remember, there was a deficit of about 4 million bags, but what was imported was about 15 million bags. We are going back to the same direction. But
speaking to Citizen TV, CS Mwangi Kiunjuri has dismissed Wekesa's sentiments, saying, quote, his talk is reckless and amounts to insubordination. I am lost on where he can get the courage to undermine the minister and the peers unless there is another force behind him. End of quote.
Mwenyekiti akienda kutaka kumpata waziri anamweka kule kwenye benchi. Masaa 3, masaa 4, masaa 5. Akimtafuta waziri, amemtafuta waziri zaidi ya miezi 3. Tunataka kumuuliza waziri, sio kazi yako kutathmini magunia ni mangapi yanahitajika. Kazi yako ni sera.
Also remember the fact that I was a minister for over 10 years. For me to be put on a bench for so long, mzee anachoka.
Kiunjuri is saying that the ministry is the sole custodian of information on food security in the country, and that Wekesa does not have to see him, as he can go and meet the principal secretary. The contest between the Ministry of Agriculture and the Strategic Food Reserve is testament to the tussle that has always existed within the agricultural sector. On how there may be varying interest amongst the players involved, the biggest loser has always and will be the farmer. Sam Gituku, Citizen TV, Nairobi.